Good afternoon, my YouTube viewers. In this video, what we're going to be doing is a practice question for a confidence interval with mean. So the average weight of a random sample of 50 apples is 150 grams with a standard deviation of 10 grams. Calculate the 95% confidence interval for the average weight of the apples in the population. So what we're going to do is we've got 50 apples. So you can see that we've got our average apple weight. And you can see that we've got 50. And then these are just random numbers that I made up. And then the mean of that is average of A7 to A56, which is 50. The standard deviation is 10. The sample size is 50. The confidence level is 95%. Your z-score is norm.s.inv. So that means norm.s means it's a sample. The inv, a bracket 0.975. And the reason why it says 0.975 is because it's one tail like two tails is 95%, and one tail of that 95% is 0.975. And so that's going to be 0.25 is going to be half of 5%. We're going to calculate the standard error as being D7, that's the standard deviation, divided by the square root of D8, that's the sample size. So your standard error is 1.414. Your margin of error is D10 times D12. So that is your z-score times your standard error. The lower bound of your confidence interval is D6. That's your mean minus D13, which is your margin of error. So it's 147.2282. Your mean is 150, which is D6. And then your upper bound is your mean plus D13, which is your margin of error. So we come over here with our mean is 150, which is an average of A7 to A56. So now you've got your mean, your standard deviation, your sample size, your confidence level, your z-score, standard error, margin of error, and then you've got your lower bound, your mean, and then your upper bound. So we made a column, a bar chart, so you can see that you've got your lower bound is 1.7.2282, your mean is 150, and your upper bound is 152.7718. And I also created a histogram, but I won't be able to do anything with the histogram because I deleted the bottom part of it. So what we'll do is we'll just delete this histogram altogether. So we'll delete the histogram altogether, and then we're going to make a new histogram. So this is our new histogram that we're going to make. So come over here to insert. So here's our new histogram. We're going to call this apple weight. Okay, so we're going to come over here to where it says horizontal axis. And we're going to say number of bins. So we're going to say 10 bins. Okay, so let's come over here. It says it's 50, you got 50 samples, and then when you check 10 bins, it looks close to a, so we come over here again where it says for horizontal axis. Do a horizontal axis, we check over here. Your access options, it says 10 bins. Let's see what happens when we type 5 bins. So 5 bins is okay. Look at that, 5 bins. Let's just try 9 bins. Let's try 8 bins. Let's try 7 bins. So 7 bins resembles a normal distribution, sort of. So we're just going to delete the bottom part. And remember, when you delete the bottom part, if you want to make a new histogram, then I think you have to, well, it looks like it's working okay. But I've had problems with it, but I would say that if you want to delete the bottom part, you have to create a new histogram. But you can see this is our histogram with 7 bins, and you can see that it sort of resembles a normal distribution. So this concludes our sample question we have on the confidence interval with mean. So the next practice question that we're going to be working on is the proportion estimation, and I hope you decide to watch it.